You guys sure do request a lot of KWA guns, but I can't say that they're not fun to go over. Welcome to the KZ61 review. Hi, I'm Scott Slade Hollenbeck, and this is USAirsoft, and today we'll be unboxing and reviewing this KWA that can be found on AirsoftStation.com for $190. A link to this SMG and its magazines will be in the description below, but with that said, let's get into the unboxing. Like always, this KWA starts off the box with that famous look that most airsofters are familiar with. But if you take a look at the right side, you'll notice what model this is. Opening the top, you'll be greeted with the user's manual, which can be very useful to the owner. This booklet gives tips on how to clean out the SMG and how to take it down to its bare parts, and has many different explosive views of the SMG and its magazine in the back of the book. Putting that down, I'll then grab this tag that will be wrapped around the trigger guard of the KZ, but I simply removed it for this video. Next up, we have some small tools and baggies, one of which will be your hop-up adjustment tool, and the other will be your front side adjustment tool. And under those tools, we'll have a small bag of KWA BBs. These BBs are fine to use, but will disappear fast if these are the only BBs you have on hand. Next is the magazine with this really ugly yellow warning label on its side. What I definitely like about this magazine is that the follower can be pushed down where it will lock until you hit this button to release it. This makes things so much easier when it comes to reloading and should be more common to see in my opinion. Then finally we have the KZ61 itself, or the Scorpion as we all know it by. The KZ61 features a metal lower and a polymer upper, which is held together by a metal push pin. The pistol grip that is neatly contoured to fit right and left-handed users seems to be wrapped by a rubber coating which feels stiff and is free of any wobble. Under the grip itself, two lanyard points can also be found. The trigger guard is metal, but I'd say that the edges of the guard feel a bit rough and could possibly cut skin. This may be authentic to the real firearm, but this is not something I'd miss if it was altered. When it comes to the fire selector, we have this switch on the left side, with the modes full auto in the far left, safe in the middle, and semi to the far right. The selector bar moves with enough stiffness to not move from where you place it, but the points do feel a bit shallow, meaning it might be difficult to put it in the right spot. But this is a minor gripe if anything. Peppered around the body, you'll notice a few KWA trades and a serial number, which some may mind as I hear quite a lot of negative remarks about brand trades, but these don't bother me very much. When it comes to the signature overfolding stock, we have a bare minimum metal wire stock that copies the real version quite well. When in its resting position, the stock stays in place with a bit of wobble that can be heard if the SMG is shaken, but the stock shouldn't just pop out on you on the field. When the stock is in its extended position, the stock really shows some wobble, but for what it is, I can understand this and respect it. A key note about trying to fold the stock back in is that you shouldn't use these to fold it, rather pinch this portion in here to release the connection and make the stock easily foldable. Next up we have the sights, which aren't very extravagant, just like the real ones, but they should be able to do a job, especially for airsoft. However, the two folds on each side of the front sight will be what keeps your stock in place when folded. For the magazine well in release, I would say that this is well constructed as it's stiff when it comes to removing the magazine, but not too much. And when the magazine is in, it bears almost no wobble at all as it stays in place as if it was welded. But for the magazines, we have a metal 20 round magazine, which really shows off the NS2 system like many of the other KWA magazines we've gone over. On a normal day, I was able to get 27 shots with the first gas fill and 25 shots with the second fill with this same magazine. After that test, I was able to get 4 perfect mag dumps without any trouble and without even giving the magazine any time to cool down. When it came to shooting and chronoing this SMG, we found no visible flaws in performance and trajectory after hop-up adjustments were made, and we didn't have a single hang-up when firing the KZ. Hitting a 200-foot man-sized target was also surprisingly easy, which makes me really want this gun even more. What made me like this gun a whole lot was that we were getting shots just under the CQB limit for feet per second, so I believe I found the most underrated CQB gun that I've ever reviewed.
Did you hear one bounce back to your right?
Breakdown for cleaning is also made easy by pulling out this pin and pulling apart the two halves. After that, you can do your lubing and cleaning as necessary for gas blowbacks. So what I can say about this KWA is that I really like all the pros that I've uncovered about it. A simple breakdown, easy controls, great gas consumption, and a CQB acceptable FPS all around make this great SMG. And of course, the high rate of fire can bring a smile to my face. Well, it seems like we've reached the end of this review, but I'd like to thank you all for watching and requesting this review. But make sure to ask any questions that you may have about this KWA in the comments below and to spank that like button. But like always, until the next video drops, I'll be sure to see you all next time.
right.